guys. Hello, hello. How are you? It's showtime. Woohoo. I'm going to give people a little bit to get here since I will be doing the drawing. I had planned on doing a project today, but well, let me just be perfectly honest. I'm not sickly. I'm a gambler. and I gambled on eating a lot of Ben and Jerry's last night, and that means today, yeah. It happens. So, what I'll be doing here is I'll be sharing my screen. Hi, Susie. Hi, Dawn. So that we can draw the prize. Yeah, I know. It's my own stupidity. I just, you know, can't help myself with that fudge brownie Ben and Jerry's. It is the world. It's everything. So, I say to myself, well, is it worth it? And it's risky because sometimes the ice cream doesn't bother me at all, and sometimes it will bother me. Thank you. Hi, Jen. Hi, Judy. Good to see you guys. Happy Sunday. How's everybody's weather out there? Tell me about what it's like in your neck of the woods. Chow says it's windy. Let me turn this to chat filter. All messages. Rainy and cold. Very cold, below freezing. Ooh. It's supposed to get cold tomorrow. It's about 80 degrees here in North Alabama today. Drizzly, raining, and gray. That's nap weather, Elizabeth. Rainy in Texas. Sleet in Maine. Jen, where are you? Hard freeze tomorrow where Susie is. East Washington, 26 degrees. Well, it is definitely cold in Eastern Washington. Susan has 82 in South Carolina, bright and sunny. Jan needs rain in Northwest Georgia. New Jersey. Hi, Rhonda. 88 in Florida. It's such a trip, when the weather changes like this, what we see. I saw a friend of mine posted that she got 5 inches of snow. 20 degrees in Alaska. Wyoming has snow. Wow. I want some snow. We could get snow. We have a 20% chance of precipitation on Tuesday, Halloween, and it's supposed to get down to 20 degrees. So that generally will add up to rain, or at least ice on the trees. So 65 in California. That's crazy, Chow. You're in Clearwater on a staycation, Judy? Yeah, I think I saw a picture of you partying somewhere. Just remember, anything you put on the internet stays on the internet. 8 inches of snow in Alaska. My. Hi, Shay. That's crazy. Well, let's go ahead and get this drawing out of the way. Thanks, everybody, for sharing your weather. Hope everybody's feeling okay. So I'm going to switch screens. I'm going to add my Mac to the screen and go over to the YouTube random picker here. And let's grab this link. Come on. No. Still trying to get used to the functions of a Macintosh because there's no, there's only one mouse click, one useful mouse click. And I think I have the right channel in here, but I'm not sure, or the right video. So I'm going to go Control, click, paste. Yeah, it is the correct one. Okay. And is everybody seeing my screen? Yes, you are. Do you have a frozen screen or do I have a frozen screen? Okay, it looks like my screen is moving when I look at it from... It is a little funky though. Okay, so we've got, I've got filter duplicate users. I had a lot of comments on that video, and this was the Simon Says Stamps Huntington's disease unboxing. Hi, Susan. Hi, Sandy. I know, Alyssa. I have already been shopping. I saw that Amy R posted that. So let's see. 3 plus 9 would be 12. Let's get the YouTube comments. Sorry, something went wrong. Please refresh the page. I don't know how to refresh it. Okay, just like this. All right, let's try this again. Okay, this thing better not give me problems or I'll find someone else. Control, paste. Okay, filter duplicate users. Sorry, I'm probably making you dizzy with all this scrolling. Okay, solve the sum of 7 plus 5. That's going to be 12 again. Maybe I did the math wrong with the last one. Okay, 47 comments. So we'll start the raffle pick winner. Start. And our winner is Debbie Spalding. Debbie, if you're here, you win. And let me just take a screen. Oh, I don't know how to take a screen grab on my on my Macintosh. Oh, did I freeze just now? YouTube might be being a beast. So let's go back. Let me stop sharing my screen. That may be the problem. Let's remove that from the stage. Can you see it? Stop sharing. And then let me put Debbie, Spaulding, winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So, Debbie, you've got, and I'll leave you in the I'll leave your name in the comment section too. Let me just write it down because I know it now doesn't mean I'll know it tomorrow or later today or 5 minutes from now. Let's see here. Debbie, I'll need you to email me at the email in my about section. Spaulding. Congratulations. You're going to email phonthecoop@gmail.com. Is everybody still frozen now that yeah, I can see my screen is freezing up. That's got to be YouTube. Yeah, it's really nuts, isn't it? Okay. Well, anyway, that's all I was going to do today. Like I said, I was going to do a craft and I got out my stuff and then things went wrong. So here's what you won, Debbie. You won the collage paper. And this is the map one. Here, I have mine. I'll show you what it looks like. It's really cool. And let me get that roll back up. You see me moving? Okay, good. You see me moving on my Segway. You won the Tim Holtz Chatter design tape, the assemblage, little charms with little rhinestones and little pearls. And then I cut up the JJ's Rainbow Waffle Flower paper because the pieces were enough for 2 card fronts, so I shared it with you. And then I cut up the 12 by 12, and this was the paper Rose Studios. I cut that up to 6 by 6, and then I'm sending you this little pad of Oh no, somebody told me and I forgot already what paper this was. Maybe my favorite thing. I don't recall. I don't recall. Um, the it's not washi paper. It's just tissue paper, so you have to glue it on yourself. But there's a lot of cool stuff. I'll show you. Let me move this, and I'll take a chance here and show you what I was sort of halfway planning. Let me move that. So I typically like to do it on watercolor, but I'm going to do it on the mixed media heavy stock. If I can remember how to open it. Here we go. And then I like to take, let's see if I can find it. Just about any, but where is my goopy goop stuff? Any goopy goop. So I'm going to use the Liquitex matte gel. Let me get a piece out. I forgot to turn my computer down. I've got so much technology in this room, it's crazy. Okay, I'm going to turn that over. And the cool thing is you can foil tissue too. So you can print on it with your laser printer and foil it, or you can foil it on hot foil, but I recommend putting it on a piece of paper first. But it's fairly smooth. It won't foil perfectly like some other things might, but it doesn't do bad. Now I'm going to get my, I use a rubber, not rubber, but silicone. I didn't clean this off, and I rarely clean it off. I'm a lazy bones. But you don't need to. All you have to do is pick that excess off. And just, yeah, I love the antique look of it too. And I'm just going to spread this on the paper. Not too heavy, but not too light either. It dries really quick-ish. Like, I don't know. How do I explain how it dries? Like, it stays damp, but it loses its stickiness really quick, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to spread that out. I'll lay my paper down onto it. I'm just going to take my little Simon Hurley spreader. Just kind of carefully, because it will rip. Press down. And you've got there an instant background. And a lot of times we use it like for junk journaling and stuff like that, for just, or collage, any kind of collage that you might be doing, but you can put it over a whole piece of paper. I'm going to try and lift it off here. And while it's wet, you can tear this off, or you can wait for it to dry and cut it off. Just depends on the look you want. But then you can turn around and stamp on top of it. We'll do that. But it doesn't really need any stamping because it's got all the decoration right from the gate. Are we spinning again? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I definitely have a hardwired internet connection here. That's why I put my Mac in here to do that. And I lost a corner there, and that's fine. No big deal. We'll give that a little bit of a dry. Oh no. I'm sorry. You're here while paint dries, Dawn? Okay. Oh my word. Now what did I do with the stamps that I was planning on using? So I got these. I've been wanting these for a while. Finally, they came back in stock at scrapbook.com. So I jumped on it. And I don't know, I kicked myself for not buying them when they were on clearance at Spellbinders. But now they don't have them. Let's see, let's do a couple of signatures. This is a pretty one. And I'm going to use some archival ink. Just kind of condition that stamp a little bit. And I think I will go with not distressed, but regular archival. Figure out how to open it with the fern green. The green that Elizabeth is a hater of. Oh, okay. Ugh. You're painting in the cold? I guess that's better than painting in the heat. Okay, we'll give that a stamp. A Rooney. Hi, Pam. Yeah, I like that fern green for that signature. I do. Let's put this little group of numbers on here. And am I cleaning it? Not right now. Let's go with potting soil. So don't forget there's other archival inks out there too from Ranger. These are the Wendy Becky. I don't know if I have that straight or not. I guess I'll figure it out once I get ink on it. Yep. Let's do here. All right. I like that. Yes. I'm excited that I got this stamp set. And then let's get this bigger one. It says a lot of things. And nothing. Let's do sepia. Oh, Jen, thank you. What a nice thing to say. I hate it. I hate my own voice. When I rewatch my videos, I speed them up because of my voice. It's so funny. But I really appreciate that. Now, to really mix things up, I've got my iPad over here. Let me move it to over here for a minute. It's kind of just sitting on stuff. And it's sitting on something I wanted. I've got this embossing folder. This is from Simon Says Stamps. It didn't come with the goodies. I bought it. Only thing about Simon Says Stamp ones is I can't tell which is the front and which is the back. Okay. And I'm going to track down my water sprayer here. I'm just going to give it a little squirt on the back. I want it kind of halfway sort of straight. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to run that through. And the sandwich for the Vagabond for this folder is the same for the Tim Holtz 3D folders. So it's basically just the bottom platform and one of these guys. And I use my most bent ones when I'm doing embossing. Mark the front with a Sharpie. That's a good idea. Really good idea. So this does two things. It helps See, there's still glue. I feel it was trying to stick. It helps the tissue paper stick down, and it gives a really cool texture. So let's do something to that texture. Let's do what we want to do. I got out my Lunar paste. I'm not sure I want to do browns or greens. Since it's fall, I feel like I got out kind of some fall colors. Got out Gur. I think I'm going to try the Gur on there. And what I'm going to do, is I'm going to grab my brayer, and I'm going to just put a little bit here on my silicone mat. Spread it out a little. Make sure I'm in frame for you guys. Nothing more frustrating to watch somebody halfway on and halfway off the screen, but it happens to all of us. So if you brayer this on, you have less chance of getting it into the recesses. I like it. All right, now let's clean that up. Let me move my iPad back over here where it's safe. Ish, sort of. Oh, nothing worse than dogs leaving trails. Except cats maybe leaving trails. Now, my water, I'm just going to clean up here a little bit. Where are my paper towels? Now, as that dries, it'll get shinier. And I don't always clean off my brayer perfectly because it's a brayer. All right, so here's what we have so far for our background. Let me pull it up closer so you can see the... And again, that was Lunar, the new Lunar paste in Gur, which is a nice grungy color. So I'm going to add a little bit more grunge here because that's what I like it to do. Let me grab gathered twigs. And I'm just going to spray in a couple of spots here. And a little water. I bought a new sprayer and I'm not happy with it. It's different than my old one that had a huge bubble in it, and I was worried that eventually it was going to leak out. So those leaves and things will resist the spray because, well, they're solar paste or Lunar paste. Helen, hi. Yes, the difference between solar paste and Lunar paste. Solar paste is more translucent. So let me see. Let me grab something to, because this is wet. I do an example on this, but it's wet. So let me grab a background here, or something I've already done. And the solar pastes are kind of color changer. Let's just do it on this little piece of black here. So this solar paste right here is golden hour. So they have a tint to them, basically the mica color. So when I put this on black, I'm going to do a really thin coat. It'll be translucent. Let's do it on, I know I grabbed something else. So here's a, so it's not as, so if you do that and you see that it is kind of translucent, if you do Lunar paste is opaque. That's the main difference. So depending on the color you put the solar paste over is what color it's going to be. So you can see in the jar, you can see that it's still kind of a yellow gold. When I put it over black, it still stayed a yellow gold. But when I put it over, let's just put a little, I don't know, in a couple of spots here. It doesn't really work when you try to put it over something that's super wet. Now I'm putting it right over. Let me put it in the inner spaces here. It's just going to give it kind of a, I don't know, a glistening, a shimmery glistening. Okay, that's a good answer, Pam. I accept that. We have to wait for it to dry. Let's help it dry here. I'm going to use my heated tool. Thank you, Susan. Yep, I love grunge too. Hi, Star. Yeah, I'm way behind when I'm looking at my iPad and the comments. Like, I'm not even drawing this stuff yet. Crazy. It's mostly dry. I'm going to get it pretty dry though, so I can move on to a next step and kind of show you what the solar paste did. So there's solar paste in here, right in these in-between places and on top. You can still see what's underneath it. And there's some solar paste in here. So you can see everything that's underneath it, and it just gives it kind of a gold, depending on the solar paste color, a gold hue. Oh, my floors are all wood. We pulled up our carpet years ago because I have so many allergy issues. So there's a good background. However, you know me, I'm going to chop some of it off. So these pieces of paper are 5.5 by 4.25. And I'm going to trim them down 5.25 by 4. You guys, it was such a great response to my unboxing video. I really, really hope that people were, influenced and found a way to possibly donate after watching my video. I mean, if not, that's okay. It is what it is, right? We all have our budgets. But I was just shocked when I saw how many people actually saw that video. It also tells me how many people are curious about what other people have. Okay, now let me just edge this up. Let's edge it up with the sepia. I think yeah, let's do that. And I think I'm going to use my little brush. Yeah. I like the sepia. See, if I use the archival, it's not going anywhere. Oh, I like this mixed media, heavy mixed media paper. I don't think I've ever used it. I've used, what have I used? I've used something similar. Let's get some of this color up in there. Boom. There. We've got a background. Oh, yeah. I'm curious about other people's boxes. I want to see. Chow showed me a picture of hers. And let's see here. So we've got that done. There's a couple of spots here where where it's kind of deep. So I know that it would rip easier at that spot. So I'm just going to be a little careful with it. So I have these leaves, and these are the Simon Hurley ones. Where did I put I had a hello die here somewhere. I don't know where I put it. That's typical me, isn't it? Oh, yeah, I hear you, Susan, the echoing in the house. So, okay, I set it somewhere and it grew legs and flew away. That's insane. I think, all right, well, let's do some stamping of leaves, and I think I'll continue on with the mixed media heavy stock. You got an Olo marker? That's cool. Let's do this leaf, and what I want to do is I'm going to stamp with some Lunar paste. Let me just get this on a stamp platform. Let's do, staying in the same color range. I'll probably do several. Okay, here's this. Oops, right in it. Ding dong. Okay. I need that there. Spread a little out here. Got to kind of work fast with this if you're going to use it for stamping. Come on. Now that'll get a nice shine to it. Let me do another color. Let's do a blend. Let's do a blend of, this is Weeping Willow, also a new color. Do a little Weeping Willow. Don't need much. This is what these silicone mats are super handy for. Let me wipe that off and do a little game over and see what we get. Okay. Mix them up, kind of. I think that the game over is pretty much took over the color. Hi, Eve. Welcome. Oh, that's pretty still. Okay, let me do one more. Let me do a different leaf. So since I'm done with this leaf, I'm going to clean it off. This works best with solid stamps, but you can use non-solid stamps if you want to. Let's do a brown one and this one. I think this will fit on here. Yep. Okay. Simon did a video, it came out today, I think, of him taking a trip to Joann. It was cute. He's talking about his shoes squeaking. Well, I didn't think that through because I have to cut it out. Okay, that should work. It moved on me, so we'll see. The decorative doodads, I love the doodads. Nice. See, we still got a little bit of that Game Over in there. Okay, this paper towel's about had it. Let's get a fresh one. Yeah, it was fun. I had fun going to Joann. I wish we had a Joann like that. Our Joann has maybe a 1-foot Ranger Tim Holtz section. And there's never anything in there but old, outdated stuff. Our Joann is more of a fabric-oriented store, I'd say. And I mean, they've got a pretty good selection of yarn too. I used to shop yarn there, but nothing that I typically use because I like to use cotton yarn. Okay, so let's grunge these up. It's not going to grunge up a lot because the Lunar paste will resist. But since I'm going to be cutting them out, I want the around the edges to be grungy. And the color I'm using here, by the way, to grunge this up is Gathered Twigs. I think I'm just going to spray directly. It's probably my favorite. Okay, let's get that to dry. Multitask here. Clean off my stamp. If it ever is stuck like that, little hand sanitizer will clean it right off. Okay. Now let's get the matching dies. So this, by the way, this set is called Leaf Prints, and there are coordinating dies available with it. The coordinating dies are by Spellbinders, but Ranger still sells them. And let's move some stuff so I can bring Empress up here. Cut these bad boys out. gets in the way. Okay. Never heard of a store called Rag Shot. Okay, there's that leaf. Looks like a real leaf, huh? Okay, let's get the leaves of 3, leave it be. Can't help it. It's just something you learn as a kid and it gets stuck with you for life, hopefully. Leaves of 3, leave it be. No AC Moore, at least where I grew up. In Northern California. Of course, you had to drive all the way to Modesto to do any kind of decent shopping. I think the main major store we had was a JCPenney. Oh, chow, eating lunch sounds good. Yeah, I'm thankful my stomach's starting to feel better, so I'm able to continue on here and not leave you guys hanging. Okay, so I kind of feel like I maybe only want 2 of these leaves on here. Something like that. Let's see if you can see the shine from the Lunar paste on here. Even though it's grungy looking, it's still got a shine to it. Let's get a card base. And so I believe I will go ahead and go with a craft card base just because I like craft card bases. Now, I live in a big city now, but we don't even have a Blix here. We had one scrapbook store that closed during the pandemic, and then we had a really cool art store downtown, and they sold like things to make train set type stuff. And that was such a cool shop, but they closed down during the pandemic and never reopened. So sad, all the stuff that happened. Who caught Cathe Zilski's show last night? I'm going to cut this to a little under 4 by a little under 5 1/4. It was hilarious. I loved it. I thought her husband describing her stuff was just the bomb. It was great. I just could not stop laughing. Well, apparently Cathe's husband is very funny too. Or he actually believes that's the name of her supplies. Hey, it could be, you know. You never know. So I just stuck this piece of fun foam stuff that I get on Amazon to the back of this. I especially like to do that when I have an embossed doobly-doo. That's a Sandy Allnook term. I can't think of the name of something. I think that's her term for the description box, though. Dealy Bob, thingamabob, whatchamacallit. Yeah, it is sad there's no good crafting stores left. I mean, there's online shopping, and I don't mind that. I mean, I don't keep cash anyway, so if there wasn't online shopping, I wouldn't have anything because I hate going places, I hate getting dressed, I hate putting my shoes on, I hate putting a bra on. So, yeah, I would have a lot less junk than I have, and especially scrapbook.com gets me, Ranger gets me, Simon Says Stamps gets me, Honeybee Stamp, they all get me in one form or another. I want to starting to get warm in here. I was cold, so I turned off my air. Now I'm hot, kind of hot. We'll be fine. We have that a lot, Gloria, in Huntsville downtown. I want this to stay down, so I'm just going to kind of hold on for a minute. They have torn down a lot of things and built, these really brightly colored apartments everywhere. And I'm thinking, where are all these people coming from? But we have had something called BRAC. I have no idea what that is. But it had something to do with military people coming to live here. And we have a big military base here. Yes, exactly, Susan. Delivery drivers, they get Christmas gifts. No, not mine, but some people. I used to give our mail carrier, a gift card at Christmas, but she retired, and our new mail carrier, well, no, not happening. But to be fair, they're carrying a lot more mail since the pandemic, too. I feel like I need something in there. Maybe thread. Let me go grab a piece of thread. I'll be right back. My threads. Oh, they do. Oh, gosh, Eve. Yeah. Kind of wish I had a green. I think I do have a green thread. Hang on. Well, I'm sure I do, but I'm sure I have no idea where it is because I used to quilt, so I have a ton of quilting thread. When I sew my cards, when I stitch them, I use heavy duty thread. What do you guys think of this turquoise on here? Let me just pull some out and we'll look. If I can find the end. Looks like it's got two ends on it. I want to find the correct end. Okay. Let's just trim that off right now. I don't have any idea how people do this. I love the way it looks, but I never get it right. It just always looks wrong to me. Let's trim off that fuzzy one. Okay, so if I put this on here, I could just go something like that. You can barely even see it, huh? It is a gorgeous color thread. I love that color. I'll just put something in there to tie it in. I think I'll just glue this one straight down on top. And I'm going to use my Barely Art so it has a minute to dry, but quite a bit because we've got all that texture on that surface. I'm just going to kind of hold it for a second. Hi, Bethany. Okay. Let's put something on there for a minute. See, I have this too. This was sent to me in like a gift prize package. I'm not going to use it because I already have everything glued down there, but it could have been used. Okay. I still need sentiment on here. Well, I don't absolutely have to have a sentiment on here, but it would be good. See, a lot of times I use these and I just cut these up. Oh, you know what I do? I think I want to. Nope, don't bend it. So you see that kind of stuff on my card. All it is just, I take my craft paper and I just start slicing at it. It's thin, thin slices. I kind of hide it under there-ish so it looks like. There we go. Okay, let's do this. Let me get out my... The only thing about getting out all this stuff is I have to put it all back. Tell your story, dwell in possibilities. Oh, there's so many things to say here. This is my happy place. I'm going with that one. Let's pop that on some foam tape here. Okay, let's get this on straight, you. Just pulling some turquoise sequins here. That'll kind of pull in the thread. And then I have some, so the turquoise sequins and these gold daily bobs are from, this calls from Confetti. I got these, actually I got these at Fire Mountain Gem because I couldn't find them anywhere else. But I also got from Trinity Stamp the big case, and then you get that on Amazon. It just they didn't have it at the time, so I got it from Trinity. And I put this calls for confetti out of the baggies and put them in these. It's a lot easier to handle. Okay. Now I get to decide where I want them. That's always the struggle for me, is getting these on here where they don't look gaudy. Let go now. I think I want one here. Get flip over. I was actually going to do a light up wreath card for you guys today, and then I wasn't going to do anything. And now I ended up doing this. So I don't mind that it's hidden there a little bit. Let go, you. Okay, commit. I'm just going to have to commit here because otherwise we'll be here all day. I am trying to get them where they're not on the bumpy leaves. Of the embossing folder. Come here, you little brat. My goodness, this sequin wants to be a little complete uncooperative fellow. Okay, now let's look at the little gold pieces and then we'll be done. I agree, Susan. That's absolutely right. Oh my goodness, yeah. Being allergic to peanuts is scary. My friend had that problem too, and you know, she would bring her allergic child to a Boy Scout meeting, and it's like, you know, how do we know, you know, whatever parent brought the cookies or whatever, if they're safe? These are so pretty. Love them. And I love that there's some teeny tiny ones. Throw it. Okay, people. Do not be... Come here. These guys, sometimes you want to throw them because they're slippery little souls. And I'm terrible with my left hand. My left pinky doesn't even work at all. Now, how can you be stuck to something I didn't even put any glue? There we go. Do you guys talk to your crafts? That glue will be fine. It'll dry clear. I think I want a couple more. Again, I'm sticking with the small ones. Flip over. Flip. Oh, nice. Thank you. tiddlywinks with them. Oh, I didn't tell you could go there. All right, here we go. Last two. I know, right? I hope no one hears me talking too, because I don't use the prettiest language when I'm alone. All right, there's our card. Let's bring it up a little. You can see all that lunar paste and solar paste shine. We've got our little, that's probably too close. All right, so back to the drawing. Debbie, you want some stuff, so make sure you email me so I can get your address and send it to you. Thanks everybody for coming to hang out with me today. It's so awesome to have you, and I hope that I see you around the rooms later on. If you feel like it, give me one of those. Oh, look at my hands. That's embarrassing. And leave a comment. Have a good one. Bye.